Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting night here at the Proving Grounds Arena. That's right. We have two amazing teams competing tonight. We've got Team Wasted Potential going up head-to-head with Team Bepsi, a rematch, actually, C-Funk.
That's true. This is going to be a rematch for them. It was very close last time they played together. It was neck and neck. It was an all-out battle. It was very exciting to watch.
It was definitely, can I just say it one more time? An exciting match, and I expect the same again. There are some roster changes happening today as well, though. So we're going to be seeing slightly different teams than came out last time. So is that going to make all the difference? I don't know. I'm very hyped. I'm trying to think of synonyms for the word excited right now. I'm ecstatic is the one I'm going to go with. I'm ecstatic to see what these teams have in store for us today.
I'm very excited. And talking about some of the maps for today, we are going to be seeing Paris again. We do know that they tied on Paris last time, so I'm interested to see if they're going to tie again on Paris or if these new members coming into the team are going to make a difference.
100%. Wasted Potential has been actually featured already 2 times, and both times they've actually come out with ties on Paris. So we're gonna have to see, does the trend continue, or is this finally their week to shine, to show that, hey, we're not just a good team, we're a great team, and we're ready to win this. Now, the map pool, it is a little bit different today, and we're actually going to be seeing a lot of assault maps, C-Funk. On top of that, we're going to be seeing some, I believe it is control maps as well. Mm-hmm. And, we could drone on and on for probably hours, you and I, but let's just cut through that. Let's get to the gameplay, because I know that I'm waiting for that. I know that you guys at home are waiting for that. Chat, let us know who you think is going to be the big winner on our very first round.
Welcome.
We're going to be going to Oasis.
Initiating match.
And here we go as the teams begin to assemble their heroes. Now, we've seen a couple of different strategies in the past here, C-Funk, with Oasis. Again, this is a control point map. So very quickly, just want to explain that for some of the people at home that maybe haven't had as much exposure to the competitive Overwatch world as someone like myself. What that means is both teams are going to be coming out of their spawn rooms, and they're going to be fighting for control of that beautiful center space you can see on the screen right this moment. There's going to be a nice circle there that actually lets us see the exact edges as well. From there, it's very easy. It's very simple. You simply need to occupy the space while pushing the enemy team out. If you manage to do that, you have to then try and get the control point percentage up to 100%. The defending team, of course, is going to be coming back hard and trying to take that point back for themselves.
That's right. And who do you think is going to be good for a control point?
Well, there's a lot of heroes that can be used. Now, what we're seeing here is not a huge shock to see Sombra being played at the moment. Sombra is an incredible character right now. She is so strong, and I foresee we're going to see a lot of her in the upcoming meta. Remember, we are playing on the newest patch. That's 134.01. That means that we're going to have options of Baptiste. We're going to have a lot more damage buffs that have gone into the game. We have the boots that have been recently buffed to be more consistent. It's going to be a real slobber knocker here. So we can see, and again, just so everybody does know this at home, Team Blue is the Wasted Potential team, and the red team is going to be Team Bepsi. And as we see, early pickoff from Hellball on Team Wasted Potential onto Event Horizon, the Brigitte for Bepsi. That's going to give them a huge advantage for this opening fight. Winston with the big dive in. Waffle Pie trying to make some space for his team. He gets pushed back by the Rhine, and Not a Muffin manages to get Hellball out of mech, followed up very quickly by Gilgamesh. Takes out the Diva. Kidden gets a trade. Back and forth the trades go, but it looks like the numbers right now are going in Team Bepsi's favor, and they're going to go ahead and they're going to cap that point. a very nice opening fight from both, but we see an early swap now from the main tank Waffle Pie on Team Wasted Potential, heading off of the Winston, switching over to Ryan, looking maybe just for a little more of that death ball approach, trying to keep his team close together and behind the shield.
We're going to have double EMPs coming into this, so that's going to make things a little bit interesting as those EMPs do cancel out shields, they cancel out flying, they cancel out a whole lot of things.
That's exactly right. And there we go. We already see an early EMP. Actually, looks like it was, yes, actually no, it was one EMP from Wasted Potential. They hold on to it on Bepsi, but they're pushing in, they're making the space, and a very, very easy push back. They're going to take this point without any real difficulties. Of course, that does leave Bepsi with a great ult advantage at the moment. 2 defensive ults in place for Wasted Potential, but at the same time, you can see over on Team Bepsi, we've got defensive ults, we've got EMP from Sombra to disable the entire team. They've got offensive ults in the Shatter. They have a lot to work with on this push.
That's right, they really do.
Hellball pushing ahead. You can see Not a Muffin, which is an ironic name because you want to short form that to Muffin. Someone who says they're not a muffin, but once is going to be called a muffin. Getting ready for that transcendence. There goes Not a Muffin, taken out by Hellball though. Hellball behind it, just doing major damage from above. There we can see another, oh, there's the ultimate. Hellball takes out Gilgamesh as well. Jun getting his name on the board there. And the picks are going once again in the favor of Wasted Potential at the moment. That's probably going to be enough. They're going to have to back out Bepsi. They probably should just, yeah, there they go. They end things off. Hellball getting his name all over that kill feed right now.
And he really is one to watch out for. Even in their last battle, Hellball was doing a great job on Farah, which we see him on now.
Yeah. Hellball is such a strong DPS, and on the Farah especially. That being said, taken out by Sushi. The Sombra from a distance manages to take him out. Mercy does res him back up though. He's back in the game, and you can see, oh my goodness, already kills going through. 2 kills in favor of Wasted Potential to the 1 for Bepsi. They're going to pull back out again, and you can see the Lucio Blademaster running back to shuttle his team, to taxi his team back in. Try and lose as little time as possible getting his team back for this next team fight. The percentage already up to 95. They need to touch. They need to get on. They do manage to. There's the overtime. This is one more team fight for Wasted Potential, and that's going to be a win for the round. However, you can see, yes, the ult's coming out. Gilgamesh throws that Zarya grab as well as Not a Muffin using the Zen Trance. They're getting the kills. There's 3 in their favor. That's going to be a 1 fight for Bepsi. No questions asked. Wasted Potential has to back out. Not a bad situation to be finding themselves in, though, Seafunk.
No, not at all. And they did a great job discovering that Cat did have her ult. They went ahead and hacked her, so she wasn't able to use her ult. The only ult that they did have available at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're doing a great job of ult tracking, which you know at this level of Overwatch, they all are, they're doing everything they can to keep track of that. And there's the EMP coming out and a huge shatter. Wow! And that is going to be easy cleanup for Bepsi. Hellball does manage to take out Asylum on the Rhine, but it's, you know, not much going to be said about that fight. The great news, though, is once again, that's going to give Wasted Potential an opportunity to group back up. And now they have a huge ult advantage going into this next fight, and they really need to win this one, Seafunk.
They do. They need to come in strong, use those ults to their advantage.
Yeah, if you got them, use them, as I hear. And there we go. We hear the rally being popped for Bepsi. Meanwhile, lots of ults coming up from Wasted Potential. And that's a big shatter. You can see the trades going back and forth. 2 and 2 down. Who's it going to be? There's the charge, but I believe it was bubbled. Reinhardt, Waffle Pie, and Jeanne managed to take out Asylum, and that flips the point over. They just need to try and clean this up. There's still 2 people from Bepsi contesting. There they are. It's Lucio. Oh, they now have Sombra there as well as Zarya. They need to finish this off. They only have the Rhine and Jeanne there. Oh, the Hammond swap comes in from a Brent Horizon. He's just trying to get there quick to help assist the team. Hellball going for his ult, but gets hacked out of it by the Sombra. It is back and forth, back and forth. Hellball did manage to get the Zarya taken out, but Hammond takes out Hellball. He can't fly away when he's hacked. They're trying to work on that Sombra right now. It's not going too well, though, and the numbers are starting to roll in the favor again of Bepsi. Bepsi all over that point, trying to cap that again. They need to cap it. Whoever wins this team fight is going to win the round. And the numbers, again, going more and more in favor of Bepsi at the moment. Wasted potential, trying to snowball back. They've got the Doomfist out, but you can see the picks on the kill feed all going in the direction of Bepsi at the moment. And that should be enough for them to flip the point. It is, and there the overtime runs out. Objective secured. The first point going towards Bepsi. Now remember, though, this is a control map, so that does not mean it's over. Wasted potential has lots of opportunities to come back and to take this still.
Ready for battle.
That's right. We did see Waffle Pie swap onto that Hammond in an effort to roll in there, try and roll around the point, but just couldn't stay up.
It was too little too late at that point. And, you know, it's a shame because it was looking really good for Wasted Potential there. But Bepsi just managed to hold on, get their ultimates going, use them at the right moments. And it was just enough for them to turn the sway of battle. And it ended up, of course, working in their favor. Now we can see as the teams get ready, it looks like they're going to be running a very goats-heavy composition on Bepsi. Something a little bit different that we're going to be seeing from Wasted Potential, which is exciting. Of course, some DPS characters. That Mei is out again. That Farah is out again. I love seeing these characters.
I do too. It helps mix things up just a bit.
100%, absolutely. And with that, you can see currently holding the high ground is Bepsi over top of that point. They're trying to push Wasted Potential off the point. Wasted Potential trying to push on, and you can see right now both teams have members contesting at the moment. Hellball getting behind, trying to do some damage from behind, maybe knock them off that high ground. Isn't able to do it though, as Not a Muffin takes him out. And with that, the Zarya taking out Jun as well. The kills are coming in all so far in the favor of Team Bepsi in the red. That looks like that's going to be a win fight for them. Yes, they do manage to cap that point. Team Bepsi so far coming out really, really strong today, but we can see that Waffle Pie already has his ult on Rhine. That could be a difference maker in this coming fight. We'll have to see who decides to commit what at this point. A lot of people coming up on their ults, not quite there yet, but should have it before this exchange is over. Once again, we can see Waffle Pie trying to push in, but being held back. Just too much damage up top. Isn't able to hold W and has to keep kind of hiding behind the walls to keep his shields up right now. Hellball gets his ult, as do Blade Master and Elysium. Is it Elysium? I'm not even... it's Elysium. That's the way you're supposed to pronounce it. And the shatters go off. Hellball uses his ult, manages to take out Elysium, but then Zarya taking out Hellball on the far end as an even trade. Zarya grabs out. There's the Diva Bomb as well. However, Waffle Pie able to block that fairly easily. Taken out nonetheless, though, from just the pure amounts of DPS. And once again, they're going to have to back out here. Wasted Potential isn't going to win that fight. Almost managing to cap the point. Getting it about 75% of the way, but just not quite enough to win that team fight.
The good news is coming into this, though. Sorry. The good news is coming in, though. They do have 3 ults, and that grab Zarya ult could be strong.
That is absolutely the truth. And what's great as well is Alpha managed to get out with that Zarya charge. So he's coming in already at 60% or at 60 charge, which is pretty powerful and it's pretty intimidating for an enemy team. And they absolutely just walked off the point, let Wasted Potential take that over. They knew they had no ults. They didn't want to blow anything. They just thought maybe we can get Wasted Potential to commit a bit. They did manage to commit to the Valkyrie from the Mercy. That's it though, which is again for a cap at this point. That's got to be a feels good for Wasted Potential.
It's definitely a feels good as they are about to get another ult. Hellball's ult combined with that Zarya ult is going to be big because you've got the grab, which pulls them all into one spot, and then you've got the Farah ult, which is basically like a barrage of bombs coming at you. So if they're all grouped together, you know. It
is that, but there you see, oh, Hellball getting a little overextended, taken out by Sushi. There comes the Zarya grab. They're trying to push in on this while the man's down from wasted potential. One of their main DPS being out. And you can see, though, that Zarya just being melted by that massive beam. Zarya can get so much damage when she gets up to that 100 charge or anything above 90 kills, but is taken out in the end. The trades are going back and forth. Waffle Pie trying to hold the space. Oh, and beautifully done. Taking advantage of Cat freezing. And yes, they're going to go ahead and leave that mini diva to run back home and try and regroup with the team. Very, very nicely done by Wasted Potential. Ult economy getting a little bit better for Bepsi right now, but still Wasted Potential has every opportunity to win this next fight. And as the percentage ticks up more and more, you can see Wasted Potential actually just surpassing Bepsi right now at 84%. Reinhardt's moving in on each other. You can see the Lucio ult sound barrier coming out, as the Zenyatta ult, the Transcendence. They're really trying to go heavy, strong, trying to get those early picks, but it's Jun who manages to take out Elysium, and there comes the Zarya grab. Waffle Pie just swinging into that. Swinging in. This is going very well so far in the favor of Wasted Potential. It's not over yet, though. We gotta wait and see. Once again, Cat on that Mei, so effective, just really causing issues for Bepsi, taking people out of the fight. And it's that easy, it's that simple for Hellball to go ahead, clean it up, and tie this round up 1-1.
Score 1-1.
That was a great round. You saw all those ults getting popped on Wasted Potential's side. It was mass chaos, and it was fantastic.
It really was. And sometimes it's hard to call it all. It's hard to see it all, even sometimes, even for the coaches, until they watch the replay. But there was so much chaos, and in the end, of course, we all saw it. Wasted Potential proving their dominance on that particular round. Bring it to 1-1. This is the match, or this is the round rather, that's going to determine who gets the point for this particular map. Here we go. Moving in. We can look again. It looks like, oh, a big swap from Sushi onto the Sombra last moment there. They're going to be trying to use a disrupting character themselves. No different rather than how Cat is playing Mei. A character that's really there to disrupt more than to cause actual DPS. Still able to, but a real annoyance, a real thorn in the side of the enemy team the whole time. Hellball once again getting those really cheeky angles, playing way far out and just raining rockets down, causing spam damage and getting his ult charge up as quickly as he can. Right now they move on to the point. They're moving on to the point, and there we go. We're seeing it does go in Bepsi's favor. They push away Wasted Potential, who has to back off. They lose Cat in that exchange, and they're still pushing more and more. Very smart of Bepsi to try and take advantage of this. Wasted Potential doing a great job, though, of luring them back and trying to get an extra pick so they can counter this attack. They don't manage to do it. Bepsi pulls back far enough. Waffle Pie currently hacked, unable to hold a shield as Reinhardt. That is a difficult thing. All you can really do is hold left click at a corner and hope you manage to connect with someone. And as they start to push in, once again, you can see Jun pulling out the Transcendence, Waffle Pie using the Shatter. Hellball takes out Gilgamesh on the Zarya. That's going to be a huge pick right now. Transcendence from Muffin came out and his overs did save him from that charge, though. The picks going back and forth, mostly in favor of Wasted Potential. You can see, though, Blade Master did manage to take out Waffle Pie. Jun responds very quickly. Alpha Faded cleans up the Sombra, and the point gets flipped at exactly 50% for Bepsi. Wasted Potential now watching that percentage ticking up, and they're going to push up a little bit as well, trying to hold these choke points. They want to hold this space for as long as they can. They want to try and make Bepsi fight for every inch. They want to try and make sure that every second that this match continues on, they're getting, oh, and what a pick! Between the Fire Strike and then that spam damage from Hellball, they take out Blade Master. That's going to cause Bepsi to pull back and regroup one more time. And wow, there goes Sombra too. Oh my goodness, Hellball is doing all sorts of things from the side here. Poor Sombra, poor Sushi, wasn't able to do anything and ends up having to reset as well. It was an interesting attempt there for sure. I believe he was attempting to hack Hellball on the Pharah and ended up paying the ultimate price for it. However, the EMP goes out connecting with a few, and you can see the trades are going back and forth. Hellball now coming to the point. Finally, I think this might be the first time Hellball had to go to the point this whole time. Alpha Faded running away, trying to get some heals, but gets taken out. The trade still going back and forth. And it looks like, though, oh my goodness, I thought this was going to be Bepsi's match. It looks like, no. Cat manages to hold on. Waffle Pie is still there, and Waffle Pie and Alpha Faded hold on to their ults this whole time. This is phenomenal news for Wasted Potential. Going in with 2 defensive ults, 2 offensive ults. And yeah, granted, the Team Bepsi, it's not out of it yet with their 2 defensive ults and 1 offensive ult. But all in all, this ult economy looking very strong right now for Wasted Potential.
Now, Sushi did swap off of the Sombra for a McCree. See if that changes things for them.
Yeah, they were looking for a little more damage. They maybe didn't feel that the hacks were as effective as they needed. But, oh, a very quick pick on Gilgamesh. That's not what Bepsi's going to want to see at the beginning of this final engagement. This could be it. This could be the win for Wasted Potential, but maybe not as the trades go back and forth. Bepsi pulls off 3 big picks, and Waffle Pie trying to hold it, but I think he's going to have to end up backing out. It's hard to say at the moment. Oh, there comes the McCree ult. He did bait that out. Taken out, but they're now out that McCree ult. At the very least, they're going to be happy about that. Almost no one on the point there to flip it, but in the end, Not a Muffin gets back on and knock it over. Just like to take a quick moment to acknowledge and thank you to the people that have been subbing to the channel, hitting that follow button. We see you over there, Stormwind, Sleepy, and others. Thank you so much for being here. We're excited to have you here in another one of our great community matchups. And we see early pickoffs, both on Muffin as well as on Jean. 1-for-1 trades. The teams are going to keep pushing in, it looks like, but they decide no. They wall it off. They pull back. They're going to get their full 6 back together and push in for a proper final assault. Guys, again, 99%, and as we see the percentage ticking up for Bepsi, they're up to 89. This is basically going to be the final team fight, and this is the one that determines who takes this match. Oh, and Sushi taking out Hellball quickly. That was that McCree swap there. The Shatter coming out, trying to return it, doesn't quite work out, not in their favor, and it's going in the favor of Bepsi right now. They did manage to get someone onto the point, though. They're trying to flip it. It might be a little, too late. Cat tries to throw a wall up to keep herself protected, isn't able to do it, and that's going to be it. All said and done. Bepsi pulling this first match out of nowhere. Very back and forth, but in the end, going in their favor. And we can see Hellball coming out with the play of the game as Pharah. Let's take a moment to see this from literally a bird's eye view, C-Funk. 2 big picks, then that ultimate coming out strong, very, very strong. And that was minus technical difficulties. That was a pretty incredible match, don't you think?
Very incredible and very exciting.
Of course, it's like we would do anything but excitement here, C-Funk. That should be no surprise for anyone watching right now. There were so many key players there that we could talk about. There were so many things that happened. Hellball doing incredible damage from that Pharah. Sushi coming in with some big picks. Some of that tank play, Waffle Pie, fairly new acquisition for Team Wasted Potential. Really did a great job creating space. You have to wonder, though, he started off on the Winston. That initial loss on the Winston, that initial fight, that may have been what cost them this entire match. Do you think maybe they should have just started with the Rhine right away, or do you think that was a valid strategy, the Winston C-Pop?
I think it's a valid strategy. You never know going in. You always have to try something. So I think trying the Winston and realizing, hey, this isn't working, let me swap off, and realizing right away, hey, this isn't working. And I think realizing that is key.
You're right. And he quickly decided that this was not going to be the way for the matchup, what he wanted to see. You can definitely run Winston. Winston's a phenomenal character for sure, and a great asset to any dive composition. And you hear of the 3-3 meta. There are Winston versions as well. In the end, though, he decided that, you know what, if I'm going to have to go face-to-face against a Reinhardt, Winston might not be the character for me. Makes an immediate swap, which is, it's 300 IQ, really, to understand right away. I need to acknowledge that maybe I'm in the wrong position right now, or I'm the wrong character. Let me swap, let me lead the team. And I think that's just one of those things that really show, once again, why he was such a smart acquisition for the team.
Well, and I think he makes great choices as well. Like, he swapped on to the Hammond to get back to point quicker, to try and stall out point till others could get back. So, I mean, he's making great choices.
100%. And that was a game that really, that round could have gone either way. There were so many back and forth. And wow, I mean, I hate saying it, but that was exciting. That was incredible. It was a very good back and forth. And again, I mean, there's other people we can talk about. Poison Ivy was doing a great job. Kat on that May. Wow, that was so fun to see.
Those walls, she was throwing out the walls when, they were trying to back out and the team was pushing in. She threw up a wall and was like, no, you're not going to be pushing us. We're going to back out and you're going to let us.
Yeah, again, smart plays, absolutely. Even though it didn't go in Wasted Potential's favor, that particular round, that particular match, it's not by any means a blowout. And this could go back and forth, and I think is going to go back and forth all night. So chat, I think you better strap yourselves in. This is going to be a wild ride.
I think we all better strap ourselves in.
Isn't that the truth? At our next map, we're going to be going to the Temple of Anubis. So we're looking at an assault map on this particular one. Again, when we get into the map, we'll talk a little bit more about what that means for those of you at home that are still learning the game of Overwatch. And that's all right. We're excited. We're happy. We're thrilled to have you guys here. And we hope that we can do a great job of partaking some of our knowledge and getting you guys caught up there. But once again, C-Funk, I know you and I we'll talk about this for a long time. I know you're excited and ready for some gameplay, aren't you?
I'm definitely ready for some gameplay, and it sounds like our teams are ready for some gameplay, so I say we get back into it.
All right, if you're going to tell me to. Chat, are you guys ready? Who do you think? Do we think it's going to be Wasted Potential on this map, or do you guys think it's going to be Team Bepsi? Let us know. Spam it in chat. Tell us who you're rooting for as we go back onto the Proving Grounds Arena, and we follow up with what the teams are up to. And as you can see, we are entering into the next game.
Initiating match.
And you can see very quickly all the good sportsmanship from both teams spamming that good round and good games. I love seeing good sportsmanship, but I also love that these two teams have a bit of a history with each other now, and they're definitely looking to win this one. Neither team wants to lose this particular match.
No, and I know that Wasted Potential is definitely looking to take the win here, as Bepsi did win the last time they had a match.
They did, but it was very, very close. If I remember correctly, the final score in regulation play was 2-1 for Bepsi. So it doesn't get much closer than that, guys. They actually did draw on Paris, which is why I personally am very excited to see Paris again, which we're going to be seeing a little bit later today. It's look at that, guys. Chat, half of you seem to be rooting for Wasted Potential, about half rooting for Bepsi. You guys better do what you can to try and convert everyone over to your side. Spam it, guys. Talk about the hype. Do what you can. Get excited, because I know that C-Funk is. And if C-Funk's excited, we all should be. And we see, wow, what a defense coming up here from Wasted Potential. Once again in the blue, you can see them setting up on that high ground. And you've got Hellball on Bastion. You've got Cat on Symmetra. This is wild.
I'm surprised to see Hellball on Bastion. I'm surprised that we don't have a Widow here, especially on point A. But I'm excited to see this grouping and see how it works.
Well, we do have a Widow on the attack team. You can see the Event Horizon going to be trying to get those early picks, but Hellball, oh my goodness, very quick on Gilgamesh, taking out that Pharah. Pharah is often getting played in this particular area of the map because they can take advantage of so many cheeky angles, again, going up high, but the Bastion, what a great counter for that. And you can see, takes out the Hammond, takes out the Pharah a second time after the Mercy Res, and Jun following up on Blade Master, taking out the Ana as well. That is a very strong defense, a very strong first hold from Team Wasted Potential.
Very much so. It looks like Bepsi is going back to spawn and changing things up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like they are going to Sushi, of course, on that Sombra again. I know you love seeing Sombras. As a Reinhardt main, Sombra hurts my soul a little bit, but what an incredible character. And you can see, taking advantage of that new recent buff where that health pack, much shorter cooldown on those hacks, guys. So yes, taking advantage, getting all those health packs hacked, and they're backing up once again. That Bastion defense, that pure amount of DPS is just, it's too much right now. They need to think of some sort of alternative strategy if they want to move in on this. Hellball just doing an insane job, and with Jean, a really high tier, high level Zenyatta player, following up, throwing those discords, and just mass damage from those orbs as well. They're just not able to get through this choke point at all. You can see Sushi, the Sombra, hiding on the back. Doesn't have the EMP yet, but will be probably looking for some sort of either a hack or, oh, maybe just a back cap in general. Now, Wasted Potential is going to have to drop back, and you can see Alpha Faded running back there. Does stop the hack, and oh my goodness, Hellball with that ult, taking out 3 at least, and then Waffle Pie following up as well, taking out the Brig. Event Horizon can't move in on that one. And once again, a great hold from Wasted Potential. And Bepsi is back to the drawing board, trying to figure out how do we go around this.
And you can look and see at this ult economy, they aren't able to build their ults on Bepsi's side as they are unable to get into
well, anything that they're building, they have to keep changing heroes to try and figure out a way past this, and they're losing. They're resetting their ultimates every single time. So now you can see it looks like 2 ults may be coming up for Team Bepsi, but at the moment, 4 ults in the bank for Wasted Potential. And as the next engagement comes in, they're diving in. Cat taking out the Winston though very quick. The Sombra in the back does get the pick on Jun, and Tracer finally taking Hellball out as well. Alpha Faded gets the Sombra down. Alpha Faded also taking out Gilgamesh on the Genji. The back and forth trades, they're not enough in the favor of Bepsi. Even with that spawn advantage, you can see that Wasted Potential drops back to the point and manages to hold that. No ticks on the board yet with only 20 seconds left. There's the Sombra in the back trying to do something. They do have the EMP ready. This might be enough for Wasted Potential to finally been taken out, but we'll have to see. Oh, there it is. They have to use it early because they spot the Sombra. Sombra does take out Jun on Zen, but that's it, and they quickly respawn. They're trying to dive the point, but that ult economy now going to be working in Wasted Potential's favor. The Zenyatta ult comes out from Muffin, but it's too little, way too late, and it looks like this is all just cleanup. Very, very dominant defense from Wasted Potential. Not even one tick. Not even one tick on A.
0-0. Switching sides.
That was a very, very strong defense. You know, I wasn't sure about the Bastion in the beginning. You know, I was wondering why there wasn't a Widow, but I'm not going to question it anymore.
You know, I never try and question the players at this level of gameplay. They are so good. They've been working strategies. They put a lot of time, and I happen to know for a fact that Temple of Anubis, being one of the original maps, they put a lot of practice into this, and I think it really shows there. That Wasted Potential said, what can we do that's going to be a little bit different, that's going to shake things off? And you know what? You can tell Bepsi wasn't prepared for it. They weren't able to find that opening. They did finally eventually get the 1 pick on Hellball, but again, too little, too late. It wasn't enough. And the rest of his team, again, between Cat doing Symmetra things, Jun laying out a massive amount of DPS from the Zenyatta role, and the tank line just holding strong. It was nothing but Wasted Potential that round. as the teams start to set up again. We're now giving Bepsi the opportunity to hold. They are going to have to do a full hold here, guys. You can see that they are going to be running a 3-3 approach, 3 tanks, 3 support characters. They're going to be trying to move in fast, and they're going to just try and basically snowball on the attacking team. Don't let them get anything, as if, again, even one tick goes in Wasted Potential's favor, that's going to be the match. And it'll bring it to a 1-1 so far for the series. There's going to have to be some smart ult economy going on here if Bepsi wants to have any opportunity to keep this match in their favor, with them in the lead still. And you can see they're doing a nice little dance here, but they are going to be able to use that Rhine shield to push into that sneaky little room, and they're going to then have to re-engage in that health pack area. You can see Hellball. Oh.
I was just about to say, Hellball spamming that damage.
Yes, he was, but he is taken out by Sushi. Alpha Theta getting the pick on the Brig, though. That's going to be a huge loss. When you're playing a 3-3, you really want to make sure not to lose anyone, but it still is enough that they're going to be pulling back. They're pulling back. They're trying to get out of there, and another pick, actually a couple of picks from the Reinhardt. Bepsi's going to win that fight out, no problems whatsoever. And you can see Alpha Faded managing to get out, holding onto that Zarya charge, still at over 70, so that's going to give him a huge advantage going into this next push. Ult economy currently in Bepsi's favor, as the Ana, not a muffin, is ready to use that nano boost to try and just, again, make sure that whether it's a low character like Ryan about to be taken out, gets that massive health burst, but also gets that opportunity to start swinging his hammer and or giving it to another character. Oh, big boop though off there, and Hellball going for an ultimate right here, right now. Does manage to take out Muffin and also D-Mex the Diva. That might be enough to win them this fight. We're going to have to wait and see, but they're pushing in. There's the Lucio sound barrier, as well as, oh, all sorts of ults. All sorts of ults. They need to target down a few people, though. That's a big block on that Rhine Shatter, and that is going to be it for sure. Wasted Potential all over this. Only a couple of people left from Bepsi. That Diva Bomb out to extend this match, but not enough, and that should be it, unless anyone manages to make it back. You can see the Ana gets the sleep off, but just too late, and Hammond just doesn't make it in time. A great swap to the Hammond, but again, too little, too late. And Wasted Potential, Hellball, not a surprise, getting the play of the game on this one. I can't wait to see this. This is, oh my goodness. Wow. If you want to talk about effective Bastion ults, that was an effective Bastion ult. C-Funk. That was pretty cool.
That was awesome.
That was really awesome. You know, Bastion's one of those characters that you kind of love to hate him, but you also love to see a big Bastion play like that. He's got some major DPS that he can come out with. It's actually crazy. Outputs more damage than any other character in the game. However, it comes at a huge price, and that's being very stationary. There's all sorts of opportunities to dive on him. There's all sorts of opportunities to sneak up behind, take him out quickly. In this case, though, between the tank line holding their ground, the healers doing a great job, damage boosting at the right times, the DPS in Cat as well, following up on things with that, I believe, was Symmetra role. It was basically just a point and click game for Hellball that time.
I feel like Bastion is very much reliant on his team. So if you have a really good team, very good communication, it could go very well having a Bastion. You know, having that shield in front of you consistently, the Orisa not forgetting to put the shield back down when it gets destroyed or it disappears. Yeah. That's a very big thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's there's certain characters in this game that they are, you would call, situational. So there are certain situations where they really get an opportunity to shine, and then other situations where maybe they're not the number one most meta pick. But again, what's so phenomenal, what's so exciting, what's so extraordinary about what we're doing here is we don't just see the meta. We are seeing new metas being developed in front of our very eyes. And I mean, again, I know for me, I did not expect to see a Bastion there. We saw a Bastion, and he ended up absolutely wrecking the enemy team the whole time.
That was amazing.
Yes,
that was amazing to see.
I agree. Now, I guess we should take a quick opportunity before and while the teams discuss what happened in that last match, as the coaches kind of talk about what they need to change up. Let's take an opportunity to just mention to you guys, the viewer right now, watching, listening to my voice. Do you have an Overwatch team? Do you play on an Overwatch team? Do you coach, manage, know somebody who plays on Overwatch? We would love to have you guys here. Honestly, we would. Whether you are currently, you and your team are sitting in bronze, whether you guys are top 500, reach out to us. We have the Wasted Potential Discord where you can join in, get involved, and we would love to showcase you on one of these incredible nights. And with that, guys, I'm just going to say we're taking a moment to look here. It's oh my goodness, it's all over the map here. Our next map, it's going to be Hanamura. You guys think I would know how to read my own cue cards, but this is what happens when you have basically a grade 2's writing ability, C-Funk.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You know, it was something my teachers always kind of gave me a hard time for, in all honesty. They always said to me, they were like, I remember when we had to do writing, we practiced writing, and we all used pencils at the time. It was this big exciting moment of if you were doing a good enough job to get a pen. I remember everyone in the class getting a pen and them taking me aside afterwards and saying, maybe in a couple of weeks.
That's so sad.
You know,
that's
but look at me now.
That's a feels bad, man. I'm sorry.
I'm not really upset about it. Don't worry. That's why, and I'm like, oh, what's this say here? Yeah, no, but Hanamura will be our next map as well, of course. Going back though, again, to that last match, I think, you know, it was very easy to talk about how incredible Hellball did on the Bastion. But I do want to take, again, an opportunity to just talk about the supporting characters that Wasted Potential had there. Again, we saw Jun just popping off on that Zenyatta. Absolutely incredible the amount of DPS he's putting out. Again, as a support class, we don't have percentages, sadly, at the moment on accuracy, but I would imagine it has to be upwards in that 60 plus % range.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
it's not higher.
And again, for those of you at home wondering, the 60 plus %, that is a extremely high accuracy rate to be having on a character like Zenyatta. He's actually considered in the top 98 percentile of all Zenyatas currently in competitive play. So again, a huge acquisition on Wasted.
On Wasted Potential, I believe like what Bloomer was going to say.
believe the teams are actually ready, and assuming my cue cards, I can read them. Again, Hanamura, we're going to be going into. Again, this is another assault map. Assault map, everybody. Oh, apparently I had a slight technical difficulty on my side. I'm just being told by the man in the back. But we are going to Hanamura one more time. Let you guys know, this is, again, another assault map. We're doing a lot of assault maps today. The teams have both asked in this particular scrim that they get a little bit of assault map practice. And, hey, we're here to please. We're here to help them out the same way we hope that we're helping you guys out, learn the game a little bit. So again, for the assault map, just really quickly, I'm actually maybe C-Funk, you can give us some insight on this map.
This choke point right here is going to be one of the only entrances. The only other entrance is going to be this small window up top. So it's going to be hard for the defense to get in unless your character can get into the higher point. So seeing someone like a Farah or a Sim who can teleport the characters up higher and get everyone up there and through the choke point a different way is a good option.
Absolutely. Trying to find alternate routes in is it's a huge strategy on this map because, as you've already mentioned, that choke point is so hard to get by, and you can see wasted potential on the defense to start things off. They've got the Mei again on Cat, who can use a wall, an ice wall, to block off the team. That's a great opportunity for when their Rhine shield is running low. They can cycle that in and out, and it becomes nearly impossible to get through unless they just push very fast through that choke and manage to overwhelm the defending team. So we're gonna see again, it looks like not quite a 3-3. We've got the Symmetra, but an early boom almost manages to take out Elysium very quickly, but they use Elysium rather, and but they do end up using the Symmetra teleporter that you were just talking about, C-Funk, to get themselves onto the point. Very quick first check, and they're pushing more and more as the defending team is struggling to find a way onto the point. The picks are going back and forth, but right now, it looks like Gilgamesh on the Symmetra getting quite a few. Hellball trying to do some damage from that side, but is it going to be enough here? They've got, it's 3 left on the point for the defending team. The attacking team spawn much closer. So if this does become a trickle fight, it is going to favor Team Bepsi. Looks like that big ult from Hellball, though, managing to take out some people, and they are pushing them back, and the defense stabilizes. 2 ticks lost, but they're going to be very happy with that. You can look at the ult economy. Currently, you can see actually Wasted Potential didn't have to pop either defensive ult, and Alpha Faded on the Zarya going to have that grab for the next fight. Ryan should have Shatter as well. Over on Bepsi's side, we can see it's going to, well, they may have a few ults themselves. Moira going to be going in with hers, as well as a giant shield wall coming out from Symmetra potentially during this fight. You can see the Lucio and the Rhine also very close, as well as Brig. So we might see a lot of ults going off here. They're playing up high. There goes the Brig ult, the rally to me, and there's the Symmetra wall coming out. Zarya grab is out as well, but oh my goodness, what an ult! Farah Hellball takes out 5 individually by himself, and then there's Jeanne finishing that off, getting his name on the kill feed. But wow, what an ult combination. Zarya pulls them in, Alpha Faded pulls them in, Hellball on the Farah cleans them up. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That pushes over, and they have to go ahead and regroup back on the attacking side.
And this combination of Poison Ivy and Hellball is really quite unstoppable. You've got Poison Ivy damage boosting Hellball, who's already doing a phenomenal job. That
is the truth. But that is not what you want to see. Hellball does pull off another ult. So quick to get that ult because of the Mercy boost that whole time, but taken out by a Symmetra turret in the end. You can see again, Poison Ivy trying to stall this out, but that's going to be it. And it looks like this time they're going to be able to capture A. Bepsi going to be trying to move into B fairly quickly. They usually want to move in and do this before the defending team has an opportunity to regroup, get onto high ground. We call it the snowball effect here. And but they are going to want to wait a little bit to get their team together. You want to be moving in as a full 6 stack, and you can see that Wasted Potential already taking that high ground, actually using the Symmetra teleport a great effectiveness to get to this farther high ground.
Which Cat dropped off of Mei to do.
Yes, absolutely. Not as easy. And you can see it looks like they're getting ready to go around the left side. They're going to try and use that Symmetra teleporter. Characters like Reinhardt not usually able to go this way, but thanks to the Symmetra teleporter put out there by Gilgamesh, gives them an opportunity. And they're now underneath, which is giving them a better sight angle. And Hellball, once again, on that Bastion that we saw him so effective with. Hellball has just been absolutely popping off as a DPS character so far today. And they have moved on to the point now. They're, big fall down. And that's going to be big. The McCree ult taking out 2. They're going to be trading back and forth, but right now it's going in Bepsi's favor. There's a grab pulled out as well from a Event Horizon. That's going to be cleanup at this point, and that might be it. They're trying to stall it out. Hellball on the Doomfist doing a great job stalling it. He does give them enough time for Zarya to get on, but that is it. They take it. Round 1 is over. Bepsi managing to cap both points A and point B with a fair amount of time left in the time bank as well. You can see there 3 minutes 22 seconds left.
I think that was definitely a whoopsies falling off that top balcony as a Bastion. That's something you might not want to do.
Yeah, no, that was a very rare mistake that we haven't seen very often from Hellball. You can see he was trying to jump onto that beam right there. He wanted to keep that high ground, but give himself a little bit better of an angle to try and actually get some of that massive DPS down, but missing. He fell down by himself. His team wasn't able to support him quite as quickly. And what you said earlier, C-Funk, so true. Bastion, despite being such a powerful DPS character, he has to rely on his team, and they did everything they could to support him in that case, but giving up that high ground was not what they wanted to do, at least not at that moment. But that's all right, because now Wasted Potential moving on to the attack, and all they've got to do is, well, the same thing. Take over point A, take over point B, ideally do it with some time left in their time bank, and then if they manage to do that, the teams are going to go ahead and do it again, guys. Attack again, defend again, and we go back and forth until one team has either more points and remaining, or still has time remaining, and or it ends in a draw.
That's right. We could see a draw here. We've seen it on Paris multiple times.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Paris is the map we're supposed to see a tie on, though, not Hanamura.
You never know.
It's true. And Elysium, once again, holding on to that Rhine, getting ready to hold that choke. You can see Cat on the sim, though. They might be doing something with the sim teleporter again. You hear those sim turrets going out. And early picks going from Bepsi onto Wasted Potential. They're going to pull back out, and they're going to regroup. They don't want to feed any more ult charge than they already have. Very, very smart move by Wasted Potential. There's Waffle Pie waving to his team, rallying the troops, getting that morale up high. Again, proving that he really is a leader on the team right now.
I really love the random emotes and things these characters have. They really add to the game.
I fully agree. To me, it's not a real play of the game if you don't manage to get at least a spray out. And again, an early pick from Sushi, this time onto Hellball, the Widow. Didn't quite work out in their favor. And there also, we see Waffle Pie trying to get that Fire Strike, build up some of his ult charge, gets taken out. As soon as that shield goes down, everybody knows, focus the Rhine, and it can be that quick. Even if you are a main tank, it can be that fast. We look at the ult economy right now. Jean holding on to a nice defensive ult in the Zenyatta role. They may use that to push in right away. They might use it as defensive if they find themselves getting in trouble, but we're going to see Alpha Faded already up to 100% charge. Kitten making a swap onto the Ashe, actually. Maybe we're going to see some Bob action in just a little bit.
And Kitten on Ashe is actually quite potent. So they've got a double sniper situation going on.
Yes. Going for a little bit more range damage here. They obviously don't feel comfortable going in toe-to-toe. Possibly that McCree is just doing too much work zoning them out. And with the Brig being able to bash them, they wanted to try and get an early pick, make it a little easier to push through this. And as the Shatter comes out, as soon as those shields go down, Jean pops his ult as well. But we also see Muffin popping his. They're trying to keep their teams alive. But this one is going in Wasted Potential's favor. At least 3 picks and everyone backing out. Yeah, they're all over that point. That is an easy cap. They're not even going to try and contest that one at this point. Bepsi knows they lost it. Give it up. Regroup on B. Hellball already pushing way forward, looking to get an early pick. If he can get this, if they set up there in that high ground, this could be massive for Team Wasted Potential. 5 minutes, 13 seconds left on the clock right now. They have an opportunity to not only take point B here, but to actually do it with more time in the bank than Bepsi did.
And I'm really excited. I can't wait for this Bob ult to come out. I really can't.
Well, we still have at least probably one more team fight to wait, but we'll have to see. As you mentioned, Cad's super effective on this. Even though she's only at 30% right now, it could happen very, very quickly. And you can see she's up on that high ground, taking advantage of that sight line. Nobody contesting her, giving her opportunities, but she is taken out. And it looks like with the ults going out,
it's going to be Bepsi holding strong. No ticks lost on that particular engagement, and they are pushing out, trying to stagger as many people as they can on oh, and Hellball still just decides to jump off. Probably the smartest move by Hellball. Don't get staggered. If you get staggered that extra 10 seconds, that's 10 more seconds that they're not able to push, that they have to wait. It's better to just end it there and regroup as quick as you can.
And we did have a swap off for Bepsi. We did have Sushi swap to an Ashe as well. So we might have double Bobs, seeing as they are very close in their ult economy.
On top of that, we also saw Hellball now playing Reaper, really showing the depth of his character pool today. He's been, well, we've seen him on at least 3 or 4 characters now. This is amazing. I love seeing this. Guys, again, normally we'd see Warp taking over that Reaper position, but Alpha Faded currently trying in his, this is actually his, I believe, final tryout to take over Warp's position on Wasted Potential team. So we're going to have to see how he does, and of course, how the team feels about it at the end of today. So far, I feel like he's been playing really strong. So that's great news, and I'm sure Alpha is going to be very proud of his performance so far today. Big Shatter coming out. Doesn't get as many as he hopes, but it's enough. And with Hellball taking out people on the Reaper, Kidden taking out people on the Ashe, they need to get onto the point, and they need to start contesting. They do. Hammond coming out very, very fast. Is that going to be enough? Are they going to get a tick?
It's Bob.
There's Bob. Bob's contesting. The ultimate for Ashe. Bob comes out just swinging. They didn't quite get a tick yet. And again, the defender's spawn advantage is coming into play here for Bepsi. They're managing to steamroll back, and it looks like that's going to be it. They didn't quite get that first tick. Legitimately about 1/10 of a second away from having at least 1 tick on the board. But again, a very, very strong hold by Bepsi. And they reset back up on the high ground. Couple of ults lost by the switches there, guys. And you can see as we look into this, it looks like it should be about 3 ults to potentially 3 ults on the defending team as well. We've got defensive ults coming up for Blademaster on the Lucio for Bepsi. You can see Gilgamesh almost there with the Zarya ult, as well as Ashe ready to go. Sushi is just looking to throw a Bob out. Bob, very, very powerful ult, guys. Basically a 7th member for your team for a few seconds. But there's an early pick. Cat managing to take out Event Horizon. Lucio responds, taking out Alpha Faded. There's Hellball with his ultimate, takes out Blademaster. The Lucio also taking out the Bob. But, well, with that, again, the trade's going back and forth. Waffle Pie gets the Nano boost from Ana, trying to make some space, but he's going to have to back out of that. There's just too much damage going down. Poison Ivy up on the high ground, getting bullied now by the Lucio Blademaster. Going to have to pull out of there, trying not to get staggered. Lucio pushing in still there. You can see Blademaster getting that final pick, and they're going to be resetting one more time. 1:15 left on the clock. One very solid push, and maybe if they go fast enough, a potential kind of staggered push, but you know they need to come out strong here. Wasted Potential needs to get some ticks right now, and the ult economy sadly is favoring Bepsi. Wasted Potential gonna have some difficulties on this next push.
And Hellball swapping back to that Pharah.
Well, he has been so strong on it. I'm not surprised to see that swap. And you can see again, we've got Bepsi holding that high ground. They don't want to spread out their team. They're playing a very close composition. However, Sushi drops down low. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Looks like yes, they wanted to go and take that high ground on the other side. Almost taken out for their trouble though. And yes, there it is. Jun getting that early pick. That might be the opening they need. With 23 seconds left, the Shatter going out, and then the Zarya grab. A responding Shatter. Muffin using the Zen ult, but not enough for Hellball. It manages to take out Gilgamesh and Ryan, both tanks down. This is an opportunity. This could happen. With 8 seconds left, they're all over that point. They need to make that space, and they're getting pushed away. Hellball getting rezzed by the Mercy. Kidden taking out Sushi on the S. Waffle Pie takes out Event Horizon. There comes Jun with another ult, already another ult from him. Bob's on the field as well. There's the Hammond swinging around, trying to slow down this. They've already got one tick and about a little over half the second tick, almost the second tick now, but they can't stop. It's in overtime. They need to win this team fight cleanly. And again, the longer this overtime goes, the more people they have on the point, the slower the respawn is going to be for that defending team. They need. Yes, there it is. 3 on the point. That should be it. Yes, they managed to respond. Round 2 complete. They take point B at that last moment. Absolutely wild. That being said, sadly, no time remaining in the bank. That gives 3 minutes and 22 seconds for Bepsi to take 1 tick on A in order to win this particular matchup.
We just need to see a strong defense from Wasted Potential. A strong defense like they did on Anubis. We know they can do it.
Do you think that we're going to see a Bastion again from Hellball? Or do you think that because it's a different map, it'll be a totally different strategy?
I think being that it's a different map, we're going to see a different strategy. I don't think there's a great sightline for Bastion on this map for him to set up in a good position. So I don't think that's a viable option.
And it looks like you're right. Hellball on the Pharah again. Again, Hellball been so strong on the Pharah today. I'm not really surprised. And what you said is absolutely the truth. If you're going to be playing that Bastion, you want to make sure that you have somewhere safe, somewhere that you can really kind of hunker or bunker down. And well, I don't know if they had as many opportunities on this particular map, especially when we've been seeing Symmetra gameplay and teleporters going out. Probably the right decision from Team Wasted Potential. And there they go. Once again, they're pushing in fast. You see the Sombra on, or Sushi rather, on the Sombra. Not Sushi, Sombra on the Sushi. That would be something totally different. But they're just doing that to, quite frankly, see what the defending team is running. They zip back, swap to McCree, and now they're going to go ahead and push forward. Ball throwing shots through that opening window up there, making sure that they're basically forced as the attacking team to try and go through that mid spawn. Event Horizon on Symmetra though, so might be looking again for that cheeky little teleport. You can see the Reinhardt shield up. They typically are going to do, there it is, and the whole team going to quickly go through that teleport, take over the high ground, and now try and move into the point from here. Again, they have 2 directions, and they're going through the back route. There you can see the teams are shifting, trying to do what they can here. There's a Maywall to try anyways to cut off the McCree Sushi. Doesn't really do it. Gilgamesh getting a pick on Cat, and that might be enough for them to push in. Yep, and there goes Sushi getting a pick on Hellball, as well as Poison Ivy. Waffle Pie's down, Jun's down. It's all over for this one. Guys, waiting for that tick to just... There it is. There it is. Bepsi pulling the win that time. Which brings us, I believe, to a 2-1 score for the day so far. Once again, I believe, is that 3 times in a row now that we've seen play of the game from Hellball? And not really surprising when you remember this play. That was absolutely wild. And even though Jean got the final credit for the last pick, it was a bit of a steal on the kill. That was really a six person ult, and they're all voting for Hellball as well, of course, in the post matchup, because that was a pretty amazing ult.
That was a beautiful ult. Like, it doesn't get more beautiful than that.
Those are plays that, I mean, again, we keep saying, but those are exciting plays. Like, that was, how do you not like feel your heart race a little faster? You jump up in your seat and you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, that was wild. That was crazy.
That's
I love that.
The fist pump, the yeah.
You're not wrong, that's for sure. You're definitely not wrong. And again, what's so cool about seeing some of these DPS characters making a return after we've seen in the meta for such a long time, the 3 tank, 3 support, it's really just, it's fantastic to see characters like the Pharahs coming out, getting their big moments. We've been seeing May. We've been seeing Symmetra. characters that typically you don't get to see too often at this high level of gameplay. There's Ash, absolutely, and taking advantage of that Bob. Again, you saw Bob, even though it didn't end up winning the match in the end for a wasted potential, it did get that Bob on the point to contest and gave them that extra man advantage early in the fight. It was enough for them to be able to cap it in overtime, and at the very least gave them that opportunity to get the win on the map. So again, seeing DPS characters making their way back, it's really cool to see, and I know personally, I think this adds to the hype that has been competitive Overwatch and the competitive Overwatch scene.
It's really hype.
It's so much hype. I don't even know what to do about it. No, and guys, I don't want to already jump into the next map, but C-Funk, I know you're dying to say it. I know you want to say it. Tell us where we're going, C-Funk.
Guys, we're going to Paris!
We're going to Paris!
For the third weekend in a row, we get to take you all back to Paris, where I believe we have croissants. And
yes.
All those. Oh, well, I mean, there's escargot. We did talk about that last week, but I believe we agreed that. I believe we all agreed that we don't want that.
Yeah. Now, you know what? I gotta tell you the truth. I've never tried escargot. It might be fantastic.
I've never tried it either, but I just.
You know, it's considered a delicacy, right? It's like expensive. That's like rich people stuff. I don't know. I think it's probably.
I'd rather have like my espresso, like my latte with my croissant, my chocolate croissant, and like my macaroons. You know, pinky out situation. You know. Sit there, the cafe outside, beautiful, you know, get to see the Eiffel Tower. And
on a date where your partner across the table is just munching away on escargot the whole time.
So gross. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Too funny. Now, again, for those of you at home, maybe you haven't caught one of our matchups yet. Maybe you're new to Overwatch. Maybe you just want a refresher. Again, Paris is a 2CP, better known as Assault map. So we're going, again, with a lot of Assault maps today. The teams have requested it. They want practice. And because these are community scrim games, we have the power to say, that's what you want? Okay, sure, we can do that. And again, we want to give you guys that opportunity as well. One more time, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but if you are playing on a team, if you manage a team, if you coach a team, and you're saying to yourself, this seems like a lot of fun, I'm excited about this, maybe it's your time to reach out onto the Wasted Potential Discord. There's a gentleman named Werp there. If you message him, he can get you set up with all the details. And whether your team is in bronze ELO, whether your team is a top 500 ELO, we've got a team for you to scrim against. It's a great opportunity for you and your team to develop. It's also an amazing opportunity to get your team out there and for all of us to enjoy, to get to learn who these upcoming stars are, and to be excited to see you guys not only here, but wherever your Overwatch career ends up taking you. We should mention, of course, that just because you're maybe not a coach or a captain, if you're a player, C-Funk, you're allowed to join into the Discord as well. We are happy to have you there. You can look for a team. They're often recruiting in there. It's an amazing community that's been started up here, and again, it's all focused around Overwatch and the players, you guys, the fans. It's something I know personally for myself, C-Funk. I'm very excited that I was brought in and able to be part of this.
It's an extremely exciting and humbling experience, and I mean, it's full of great opportunities. So get into that Discord, you know. Meet people, rub elbows, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, we could talk about this for a long time. We could talk about the last match for a long time. But instead, we're not going to bore you. We're going to move on with this, guys. It is 2-1 right now for Bepsi over Wasted Potential. And we are going, once again, to Paris.
To Paris we go.
We're excited to go there. So C-Funk, we've been seeing all sorts of different strategies here. We've been seeing both teams coming out with different things. We have seen some 3-3 along the way as well, though. Mm-hmm. Do you think we're going to be seeing more 3-3?
or do you think we're going to be seeing more unique things like a Bastion hold?
I think we're going to be seeing some unique things. You know, originally I was thinking we'd see more of like a Symmetra so they could teleport past, you know, the team that likes to hold on the higher ground near point A. But after seeing, you know, Anubis, maybe we'll see more Bastion.
You know, we absolutely could. And because there is this high ground area that teams love to hold on defense, this area right here, Bastion is not necessarily a weird pick on this one. And we can actually see Hellball, yes, is going to be taking that Bastion. Cat is going to be on the Symmetra. And other than that, fairly standard from what we've seen from Wasted Potential in the past. Poison Ivy on the Mercy, Jun on the Zen, and Waffle Pie going to be bringing out some Orisa for us here. Over on attacking team Bepsi, you can see it looks like they're going to be running a bit more of a dive composition. So again, seeing heroes that we love to see. There are Winston, Diva, a personal favorite of yours, I believe, C-Funk, Sombra, and Genji gameplay as well.
I do love seeing a Sombra. She can hide herself, cloak herself, much like she is now. Run in there without the other team seeing her, and you know, scout what is, you know, what does the other team have? What are they playing? What are their characters? And
that's exactly what she's doing right now. She's running in, she's scouting, she's seeing what do they have, feeding that information back to the team. If they need to make any necessary swaps at that point, it gives them that opportunity to do so. But are they going to? It's kind of hard to tell at the moment, but it looks like they're not. It looks like they're just getting ready for a very well-coordinated dive, waiting for all the cooldowns, making sure they're at full health. They need to make sure that they do this dive well if they want to displace that Bastion. And there's the Sombra once again, trying to just cause some disruption. Oh, and that Symmetra turret, though, exposing her. She has to run away. And now the team is, wow, they do manage to take out the Sombra very quickly. I think that means that they're going to probably wait even longer here. Bepsi doesn't want to go into this as a 5-on-6. They want to make sure that they've got every advantage that they have. And of course, being down a member at the beginning, C-Funk isn't going to be an advantage.
It's not. It's better just to wait, group up, and go in as a full 6-stack.
100%. And again, they want to make sure they're not feeding that ult charge too much. They're going to have to do the jump at some point. They're just waiting, and there it goes. Finally, we're seeing it, and they're trying to get that displacement down fast. Hellball is taken out, as is Jun and Poison Ivy. Very effective dive. Sombra doing some huge damage, but it took a long time for them to move in on that. And even though it looks like they are going to win this fight out, only Alpha left, and there they go down. And Zarya, that was actually a fairly long amount of time for point A on Paris. 2 minutes left, and we can see Waffle Pie making that swap to Reinhardt for point B, giving up the small amount of ult charge he had, and deciding that the Ryan gameplay is going to be a little more effective on point B.
We have Hellball swapping to Mercury as well,
Yes.
which is going to give him a little bit more damage, movement, not going to be as stationary.
And that's the big thing. They realize if they're running dive, that's a great way to take out a character like a Bastion, because if they all dive in, doesn't matter how much DPS the Bastion's putting out, he can't take out the entire team before they manage to take him out. And as soon as that happens, well, the entire composition starts to fall apart. Wow! Very well scouted. Hellball did an incredible job on that. Managed to not only take out the Sombra there, but actually made Sombra waste her ult. Unbelievable. And Kitten using her shield as well. It goes out. That was enough, though. They're already pulling out a couple of ults. I'm sure that Wasted Potential wishes they had back now, as the ult economy is very strongly in Bepsi's favor for this next push. But hey, these things happen, and again, you can see Poison Ivy on will have the Valkyrie from Mercy, as well as the Zarya grab is going to be ready for Alpha. 4 ultimates currently in the bank for Bepsi, though. That is a lot for them to play with, a lot of different strategies they can pull out all at once. They're moving in on that right side. Waffle Pie trying to just, again, keep his team safe and behind, trying to make them push in a little bit. 4 minutes left on the clock, and the Diva Bomb goes out. Doesn't connect with anyone though. Zarya getting some charge off of it. And there comes the, oh my goodness, all sorts of ults. The Zarya grab though, super effective in holding all of Bepsi together. And that should just be cleanup at this point for Wasted Potential. They're going to try and demech that Diva, and yet Diva was trying to fly away. I'm not really sure if they thought they could get over the map there, but no, they're being staggered pretty good now. And there goes the mini Diva, finally down just to a Symmetra turret actually. And that's going to be a reset. No points taken on B yet, and a lot of ults used by Bepsi there to try and make that happen. Didn't work out though. Again, remember guys, on Paris, the defender's spawn is so close to this second point. They really need to do a clean attack on the well, by the attacking team. If you don't do that, if you're doing 1-for-1 trades, it's not going to be enough. And well, in this case, they weren't even getting the 1-for-1 trades. So the ult economy shifted in Wasted Potential's favor now, as it appears Bepsi is going to be pushing up on the left side. Reinhardt getting some space onto that point now. The Rhine shield battle is up. But, oh, and a big shatter. Takes out 2, but that McCree ult comes out. Hellball takes out 3 of them. Elysium takes out Waffle Pie, but that's not going to be near enough. Again, you can't be trading 1-for-1 on the attack here. You definitely can't be trading 1-for-4. You need to be getting more picks if you want to have any opportunity to take over point B.
Great. Poison's doing a great job of rezzing those heroes that do go down. She did res Waffle Pie.
Well, that's exactly it. The huge advantage of a Mercy. Not only is it a great healer, and when someone like Poison Ivy really understands how to play Mercy, using these sightlines, keeping themselves safe as often as possible, damage boosting when needed. When you get that res off, that res has incredible value. You can see those Sushi getting ready for this big EMP. There it is. Connects with quite a few. Connects with 2 main tanks. Both are there. Jeanne pops his Transcendence to try and keep the team up and well without the Reinhardt Waffle Pie going down. Alpha Theta does take out the Sombra Sushi, and it is a push. Now you can see that Symmetra wall out from Kitten. It's doing a great job of taking a lot of that damage, still holding on to that point. They're able to contest and keep on that side of the wall. Picks need to start going in the direction of Bepsi's favor if they want to do this. They get 3, but that's... Oh, the ult is not able to be taken advantage of by Wasted Potential. And it is right now just Poison Ivy on the Mercy trying to stall it out, and they go down. There's the Hammond swap from Waffle Pie. The quickest way to get out as a main tank, and a great job of stalling this out as well right now. You can see they've only gotten 1.5 picks so far, and Waffle Pie is... Yeah, he does last long enough to get 2 more members, and now a 3rd from Wasted Potential. They need to start getting picks. Jeanne did take out Blade Master on the Lucio, but then Sushi on the Sombra taking 2 out. They need to get back on that point in time. They do, but Alpha gets charged by the Rhine. That might be enough. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. It doesn't look like it is yet, though. Jeanne back out with his ult, that Transcendence, keeping his team up and well. And again, you see that defender spawn advantage coming into play. They're managing to snowball people back on, but is it going to be enough? They're doing a great job of getting the picks. Bepsi manages to do it. No one left on the point. Bepsi takes over point B. Took them a while to do it, but all in all, a successful attack.
It was a quick grab of point A, but definitely took him a second on point B.
Well, with only 31 seconds left on the clock, we've seen Paris maps go to 6-6. You know, it was a successful attack, but this does not close the door for Wasted Potential by any means. Wasted Potential comes in with a snowball effect. They take over point A quickly. They take over point B quickly. All of a sudden, they find themselves with 4 or 5 minutes left in the time bank, and that could be very, very good for them. On the flip side, though, we have seen Bepsi really strong with their defense at times tonight. It may even be a full hold for all we know. This is absolutely incredible. We are seeing, again, for people at home wondering, Wasted Potential does have a new member on the team, and that's Alpha Faded doing his final tryout tonight. See if he actually does make it onto the A team. Other members of the team have been around for quite a bit longer. believe the team C-Funk, if I remember correctly, they've been in existence for approximately 5 months now.
Now, if I know they're only in Spawn, and it's happened many times before where we start talking about their characters and they swap last moment, but there's a Torb.
Well, I'm gonna point it out to you. That is on the defensive side, so the Torb looks like it's gonna be in play. That's right. Chat, we're seeing a Torbjorn, which is all sorts of fun. Ever since Torb's rework, he's become actually a pretty powerful character. That turret can do a lot of damage if a team doesn't identify where it is and make sure that they're playing safe with those angles. Ryan moving forward for waste potential. Waffle Pie trying to move in. They need to try and make sure they're cutting off angles. And you can see Gilgamesh on the Junkrat taking out Poison Ivy. Hellball responding, taking out the main tank for Bepsi. That's a 1-for-1 trade. I don't know if I think it looks like they are going to push it even without the Mercy, without their main healer. They want to try and at least get another pick. They do have a bit of a spawn advantage here though on attack. It looks like they are holding back in the end, waiting for that Mercy to make its way back. But Hellball coming out with all sorts of damage here, gets the Torbjorn down, gets the turret down, gets this Ash down as Sushi, and Waffle Pie manages to follow up, take out the Mercy. That's it. It's cleanup. Point A is going to be taken with almost 3 full minutes left on the clock. So 2:45 left on the clock. That was a very successful push.
It was a very quick take of point A, and I believe a little bit faster than Bepsi.
That was about 45 seconds quicker, I believe, than Bepsi managed to make it. So now they're gonna have 6.5 minutes in order to try and take B. Of course, they're gonna try and take advantage of the fact that they should have a bit of an ult economy going in this direction as well. Not yet, but you can see Hellball and Poison Ivy both very, very close, and Jun only at 79%, but gets it so fast. He does so much damage so quickly that, oh, a big pick off. Hellball getting tons of picks, uses that ult so effectively, gets 3 down. Alpha goes ahead and DMX the D.Va as well. They used the, oh my gosh, it's over already. What even happened there? Ana tries to boost the mini D.Va, I guess, to try and contest the point, but doesn't manage to make it.
That
Wow!
was the fastest take a point B I think I've ever seen.
6 minutes and 34 seconds left on the time bank. C-Funk, I'm not trying to take your line here when I say this, but I said that could happen. Your boy might be psychic.
Hey! that was a very, very fast take of point B. I don't think I've seen that. That's truly what we call the snowball effect there. And you saw what happened, an early pick that the team knew this is our opportunity, move in on it. At the end of the day, if you've got 6 members, they have 5 members. You're going to have an advantage. There's no way to avoid that. And that defensive spawn point is so close to point B. We've been talking about it this whole time, and they couldn't even get back in time. Like, this all just went down, and we couldn't even really comprehend what was happening before. We were like, oh, point B is taken.
That is how fast this game goes. That is how fast this game goes. And now, so because of the massive time bank advantage, you can see they actually go ahead and bump up Bepsi's time to 1 minute. They have 1 minute to go ahead and try and take A, and they give a corresponding amount of time, giving Wasted Potential 6 minutes, 34 seconds. That is 5.5 minutes. That's a lot of extra time. You can see though now that they're changing things up here quite a bit on Bepsi. They've got the Hammond out right away. They're gonna go ahead. They're using the Pharah Mercy combo. Gilgamesh on that Pharah, trying to contest with Hellball. Hellball again, just doing such a great job here today. And we can see early pick from Sushi, this time onto Hellball. That's a lot of damage going to be taken down, but Poison Ivy scouting that very quickly, gets the res off, and it's Alpha getting a pick on the Tracer. Event Horizon down. Sushi takes out Hellball a second time. You just gotta keep taking this guy down if you want to have any chance of moving on. And now you can see the Pharah from Gilgamesh on Bepsi starting to rain down some damage, taking out Poison Ivy, and now Jun as well. This might be the end of point A. They're going to try and stall it out at least to overtime, though. They do a great job doing so, and no one got on the point! Wow! That should have been a cap on point A, but no one managed to get onto the point, and thusly, we see it's 2-2. 6 minutes, 34 seconds that Wasted Potential has to just get one tick on point A. If they get one tick on point A, that's going to be the match, and that's going to bring this back to 2-2. This is going so well in Wasted Potential's favor, and C-Funk, I think for the first time on this stream, we're going to see Paris not end in a draw.
I think it's gonna happen. I think Wasted Potential is gonna pull it out. I think, you know, if they do what they did the first time, and they took point A so quickly. I mean, heck, they took point B, you know, before I even blinked. But they took point A so quickly. If they can just do that again, replicate it, I think they're golden.
That's true. And they don't even have to rush in this situation. Now, you are seeing, though, a very different defensive lineup from Bepsi. They seem to understand that they needed to change things up. So you can see they're going to be running a Bastion. They're going to be running a Hog. They're going to be running a Symmetra. And very, very exciting, for the first time today, we're going to be seeing a Baptiste.
It's interesting. We're on our, fourth map? And
it's the first time
seeing a Baptiste.
Now, for those of you at home, remember, Baptiste, that character you see jumping in the back, he is a support class hero, brand new to the game, not even officially available in competitive yet, unless you're really special like us. And we are able to do fantastic things like that, bringing you the newest heroes first. Baptiste, a really powerful character. We're going to have to see how he shakes up the meta, but having that immortality field that he has on cooldown every 20 seconds, he can literally make it so his team cannot die while they're in that spot. Hellball, we see once again trying to get some pot shots, trying to do some damage, get his ult ready to go, taking advantage of the pocket mercy. So far, nothing really other than poke damage though. And there we see they're trying to now work their way down the middle, down that choke line, give Hellball that opportunity to get in behind. Is it gonna work? It's hard to say. So far, no picks. Very, very close to Cat going down, but manages to get healed up. Hellball very low, but again, getting healed up. They're just building up ult charge at this point, it looks like.
And doing a great job of it.
Absolutely, they are. Now, that Bastion, we've already seen be extremely effective in the past on Wasted Potential's side. This is Bepsi's chance to go ahead and do the same thing. Gilgamesh gets a pick on Waffle Pie. Kidden manages to take out, it looks like just the invulnerability shield from Blademaster, who's already gotten his ult now. Seems like Baptiste get ult very, very quickly, and they can use that either to help their team get more damage. Anything that shoots through what we call the square of Baptiste ult does twice as much damage or twice as much healing. So he can also use that defensively if he needs to keep his team alive. And the ults are coming in now strong. You can actually see 4 ults already for Team Bepsi, 2 ults for Wasted Potential as the clock is ticking down to 4 minutes and 22 seconds. They need to try and figure out, how are they going to do this? How are you going to get by this extremely powerful Bastion defense? Now, we can see in the back the Sombra for Alpha Faded trying to do something. They might be trying to build up for that EMP. They might be... Oh, and there's the hack on the Bastion. But there again, you can see that Baptiste move coming out, the invulnerability field. They take it out, but at least while that time, the Sombra wasn't able to cement any kills. Event Horizon taking out Hellball once again. They're going to have to try and group back up, reset here as the kills are going in through for Bepsi, and they're down to 3 minutes, 37 seconds. The teams are, again, trying to get that ult economy. Again, I think what they're trying to do right now is they're just trying to build up. They've got the EMP ready. They're probably going to try and do some sort of combination, EMP into the Pharah ult, the barrage. That might be what they're looking for. They might be getting ready to do a dry run, try and get some of those defensive ults out. They're going to want to make sure... Oh, there it is. The EMP is out, and there it comes. But Symmetra managed to avoid it, pulls that wall out, and they take the pick on Hellball as well. And it looks like... Oh, Waffle Pie taking out Event Horizon. That is a huge pick right now. Bastion tried to use the ultimate, but gets taken out for his trouble. They're moving on to the point. They're starting to build up that tick percentage. 1 and 1 on, but of course the Mercies both popping Valkyrie, trying to keep their teams up. It's hard to say. Gilgamesh taking Diva out of Mac. Waffle Pie still there, trying to knock people off. They need to keep someone on the point. They want to make sure every moment they can, they have someone there. Looks like, oh, and the big res on Jun. That could be very helpful. However, Symmetra pulling out that wall. Is it going to be enough? Guys, they still have 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Attackers have the spawn advantage, but Tracer pulling off 2 big picks. That might be enough for Sushi to have stabilized, and it looks like, yes, they did. They're going to be going ahead. Still more of a dive composition right now for Wasted Potential. But they did trade off of the Bastion Bepsi. They didn't feel he was going to get there quick enough to try and defend. They're going to have totally new strategies coming out from both teams. And we're seeing that's how quick this game goes. Even if it was working just 10 seconds ago, it might not be working now. They tried to do the back cap, pull the team back. Bepsi's back on the point though now, taking care of it. It's Alpha trying to get away now on the Tracer. Oh, so close, almost gets away, but taken out by Sushi in the end. And it looks like, oh, there's the res, so they're going to be trying to go ahead with this still. Even though Hellball did get taken out by Blade Master. Once again, that Baptiste, not just the support, but also to do a lot of damage at the same time. And yes, those picks are all going in Wasted Potential's favor. Or sorry, Bepsi rather, Bepsi's favor. That's my fault, folks. With only a minute left on the clock, I hate to say this, but do you think that we could potentially see a draw against Seafunk?
I didn't think it was possible with how quickly they went into this the first round, but we might be seeing another draw.
We may, however, that being said, this is a great opportunity here. Without that Bastion, Hellball has a little bit more free reign here, trying his best to do what he can. Although, again, those characters on the defense between Baptiste and Tracer's been doing stuff. And oh no! So close! Hellball trying to use that ultimate, but Genji, Event Horizon, manages to use the deflect, takes him out instead, and the kills are once again going for Bepsi's favor. With only 18 seconds left, they have to decide, are they committing or are they pulling back? They're kind of just staggering in that room. I'm not sure. It looks like, yes, they're going to go behind. They're trying to bring this fight this direction. Again, you get into a small room with a Reinhardt. It gives him lots of opportunity, but Waffle Pie goes down. Genji getting 2 picks, and Orisa also coming on the kill feed. It looks like, I hate to say it, but it looks like it's going to be a third draw in Paris. A third draw out of nowhere.
I didn't mean to curse them. Oh.
And as we go to the play of the game, guys, it's hey, for a change of pace, it's going to be Hellball on the play of the game. I believe that's 4 in a row now. 4 in a row for Hellball. And there it is. Wow, a great ultimate. Really well played by Hellball. Still, though, sadly, not quite enough to get his team the victory. They come in with a draw, which leaves the score right now 2 for Bepsi and 1 for Team Wasted Potential. Now, typically in a tournament style, guys, that would have been it. That would be it's a 2-1 victory for Team Bepsi. But Seafunk, that's not what we do here. What we do here is we like to take this opportunity, keep the games going, keep the entertainment going, and hey, if I'm entertained and I know you're entertained, Seafunk, I assume everyone at home, you guys are entertained as well. Let's get one more map in there. Sound like a plan?
I think it sounds like a perfect plan. If I could find what map we're going to, that'd be great.
I believe, if I remember correctly, that it's going to be Lijiang Tower.
There
this
it
time,
is.
Seafunk. That's the one. I was looking at my writing and I'm like, what did I write here?
I know. I was like, in all of these cards in my hand, which one is it?
Yeah, one of these I'm sure has the maps or something on it. I mean, I guess we could also probably just like paid attention at the meeting beforehand, but we don't want work to get too excited on us for that. So, guys, what an incredible hold by Team Bepsi there.
That was a great defense, especially because I mean, that first defense, let's say, just didn't go so hot.
It was a little more questionable, that first one, than the second one. There's no question there. But again, Bepsi showing us that when they get their backs up against the wall, they're not going to back down. They wanted that win. They couldn't get the win necessarily, but they knew at the very least, if we get the draw, that's going to be a victory in our books at that situation. And I mean, I've got to say it, 6.5 minute hold on Paris on point A. That's nothing to sneeze at. That is very impressive. I personally find that when I'm trying to defend Paris point A, I can usually hold it for almost 20 to 30 seconds. So
sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about me. But no, a very, very interesting approach. It was really cool to see the Baptiste come out. And you have to wonder how much of a difference maker was Baptiste in that round. Again, the teams aren't necessarily used to fighting against Baptiste. He's a bit of a change to the meta right now. Those invulnerability barriers, again, every 20 seconds. And if you don't take it out, you can damage the actual projectile that floats in the air. But if you don't take that out, it's 8 seconds long. So that's a long amount of time for your team to be able to stand there. No walls, no anything, but to just output raw DPS onto the, well, in this case, the attacking team. And we saw how well that worked for about the first 4.5 minutes. They did, of course, have to end up swapping off of the Bastion, but I mean, that Genji swap ended up being massive as well. Absolutely massive as well. And Seafug, I guess that means up to this point, Paris is it's an undefeated map.
At least on this channel it is. I mean, we keep seeing draws on Paris, which means I guess we'll just keep going back to Paris, which I don't mind.
No, me neither. You know what? Paris, one of the newer maps, obviously, and we've talked about this in the past on the channel, but you and I both feel this way, C-Funk, and it's so beautifully well done. It's one of the map. Again, this game in general has such incredible artwork, and it's such an amazing feel. The atmosphere behind this game is just, it's extraordinary, it's astounding, and Paris is not only no exception, but it actually is, in my opinion, one of the better, nicer looking of the maps as well.
It is so detailed, just from the posters on the, I don't know what you'd call them. They're kind of like the roundabouts right before point A. They've got posters kind of plastered around those. I mean, it's just the little details that make the big difference. And it's a beautiful map. They did a great job.
You're right. It is the little details. And again, you can really see a game like Overwatch, the amount of little details that they put into it that really just, it brings that atmosphere in. So not only is the gameplay fantastic, not only are the heroes exciting, they have amazing backstories behind them all, but when you're at the maps, you really feel like you're in this kind of futuristic world where, I mean, Overwatch is there or was there in Talon, and there's all these Omnics around, and it really just, it draws you in. You can't help but feel that I want to be part of this universe. And I know whenever I'm done casting these games, it always leaves me saying, well, I guess I could probably play for an hour or two. I mean, it's only 11 o'clock. It's fine. I could play for a bit.
You always just want to jump on and be like, okay, let me work on my gameplay.
Well, and that's the real truth. Watching these teams, you really realize that, well, hey, I probably have some work to do. Again, you know, I'm a Rhine player. I'm a main tank player. And I always think I'm pretty good until I watch these guys. Then I realize that, well, maybe I should stick to the casting side of it.
There's always room for improvement. I think there's always learning opportunities. So
there are that, and these teams have been giving us a lot of them today, C-Funk, which is again amazing to see. But with that, we're gonna cut you and I off because the teams are ready to go to Lijiang Tower. And well, hey, I'm here to watch some gameplay, so let's jump right into it, chat. Now again, Lijiang Tower, going back away from an assault map, guys, and we're going back to a control map. So once again, for those of you that tuned in, maybe after our first map today and are unsure of what a control map means, both teams going to be coming out from their spawns and going ahead and trying to take over this control point right here. They're both going to be vying for the same spot, and long story short is they need to occupy the space, take control of it, and then watch their percentage tick all the way up to 100%. Of course, the enemy team is going to be trying to stop that. They're going to be trying to take over as well and do the exact same thing on their side.
That is right. That back area, though, you do need to be careful, as well as on the sides. You do see those health packs, but they are near boop zones. So
Yes, the dreaded boop zone.
the dreaded boop zone. So you do need to be careful not to fall off the map if you are going to run and grab those health packs, because that's, you know, a danger zone. You don't want to fall off the map, because then you've got to start from spawn and run all the way back in. That's not helpful to your team.
You're not wrong, and you can see Blade Master currently on the Lucio. He knows that as of this most recent patch, all boops have become more consistent. So that's really a huge advantage, or a huge buff for any character that has the boops. So Hellball on the Pharah going to be looking for the same thing on that back area, but we're gonna have to see which team comes out more effective. You can see the early rotation by Bepsi moving into the point. And it looks like, a very early elimination from Hellball onto Blade Master. Blade Master probably trying to get a little bit cocky, looking for those boop areas, but in the end, taken out for his trouble. Hellball absolutely just popping off again. He has been huge this whole day, and there's a couple more picks. One from Hellball, one from Waffle Pie, one from Alpha Faded. That should be Wasted Potential's fight, and it is. You can see the enemy team Bepsi now trying to regroup, pull out, get themselves out of there, and then Blade Master is going to be taxiing them back in. Hellball going far around that map, looking to get a little extra damage. Oh, trying to get a cheeky boop. Doesn't get anyone, but you can definitely see what he was thinking there. And it looks like Bepsi gonna be going ahead, coming in from that far side, trying to move in down the center now. And a huge pick from Hellball onto the right. Losing your main tank that early is never a good time. And Hellball with a two-man ult taken out for his trouble. But as the trades go back and forth, it is all Wasted Potential. And they're already up to 36%. And the res on Hellball, so he doesn't even have to walk all the way back from spawn.
Or fly back from spawn.
Or
Either way.
fly back, you're right. Pharah. If a Zen is coming back from spawn, I guess are they floating back from spawn at that point?
Yeah, I think they're, meditating and floating back from spawn.
Yeah, again, I always kind of wish I could do that, but that's another story for another time. Up to 57% now as the rally is popped. Kitten gets a very early pick, though, on Muffin. Muffin's down, and where the Zarya ult out. They're slamming into it. Wow! Again, a huge ult coming from Alpha Faded. Getting so many, and then Ryan Waffle Pie just comes in, holds left click, says, P.S. I'm a Reinhardt, watch out, takes out the whole team, and once again, we see ult economy is still in the favor, truthfully, of Wasted Potential, and they're up to already 84%. If they manage to win this team fight, that's probably gonna be it for this particular control point.
They've got a lot of strong ults. They've got Bob. It's like,
and there's the D.Va. Doesn't get anyone with the D.Va bomb, though. They are popping those ults. They're trying to initiate with as much as they can. Ults going back and forth. Shun and Poison Ivy both popping their defensive ults to keep Wasted Potential alive and well. Do a great job of doing it. There comes Bob out. Bob, that 7th member on the team. You gotta love it. And Cat getting the picks with it. Gets 3. Wow. And that's it. Objective secured. 100-0. Wasted Potential gonna be very happy with that. Bepsi gonna have to think what they need to do differently in order to make this not a runaway, this particular map.
That was a very strong hold on Wasted Potential's side. Even though Bepsi did have the first initial push in, they had the Lucio taking him in there a little bit more quickly. They're able to move in there a lot faster. It didn't matter.
It didn't, you're right. And typically, when you do see a Lucio on one team and no Lucio on the other, when both are running a Rein, it's a lot easier for the Rein with the Lucio. He's able to engage quicker, he's able to back out quicker. He's just, all in all, a bigger, forceful presence. But it, like you said, didn't seem to matter. It seemed like that early pick early on in that first fight, they were just never fully able to recover from. They were never able to get the ult economy in their favor. And Wasted Potential took advantage of that absolutely brilliantly. And it looks like they decided to back out of that fight and try and engage closer to the point. Control point going to be unlocking in just 5 seconds. And it is Bepsi that's all over it, definitely holding that space. They're trying to move in Wasted Potential, but not gonna try and push too much. They don't want to overextend, get picked for nothing. They back out. They do get a couple of picks there. That's actually huge. This might be their opportunity to move in now, and very, very smart. By pulling back, allowing Bepsi to take the point, they did get that early pick percentage, but it's going to give Wasted Potential the opportunity to come back and hellball, cleaning up all sorts of people. Only 22% for Bepsi before Wasted Potential managed to flip the point back in their favor. And the ult economy already in Wasted Potential's favor.
I mean, it's insane. This entire, matchup, Hellball, I feel like, has been getting his ult so quickly.
It's absolutely wild. I feel like he has his ult more often than he doesn't. And you can see, Waffle Pie taken out though. Sushi managing to take him out. And Sushi actually doing a very effective, very phenomenal job. The rest of the team as well. And Bepsi manages to push Wasted Potential back off of the point. And at only 29%, they flipped it back over. So both teams not able to hold it for very long in their when they managed to take it. We're gonna have to see if that swaps again. And the ults are coming out. Ult favor for Wasted Potential right now. But a big shatter, but is it gonna be enough? There's their follow-up. Looks like 1 for 1, and now it's 2 in Bepsi's favor, 3 in Bepsi's favor. That may have been a one fight for Team Bepsi. It definitely is, as Wasted Potential hangs out in their spawn. And yeah, they're throwing some damage out there, but not anything too crazy. As once again, Bepsi now backs up, realizing that maybe they're playing a little too far forward for this first engagement.
You don't want to get too aggressive. You still need to stay kind of close to, the point.
Yeah, you can definitely take your opportunities, but there are times where you realize that maybe we need to back up a little bit, and they do give them that space, but that's all right. They are setting back up on the point. Lots of ults in the bank for both teams. We're seeing already Jun popping his Zenyatta Trance, as well as Venturizing popping the Brig ult, got him up and also pulled his ult out. A big charge back from Waffle Pie, but he gets taken out by Blade Master Lucio. Alpha Beta trying to back out, but not able to. There is one in the back. It's Hellball trying to back cap this. He actually does manage to flip the point over, but he can't stay alive for very long. And with that, but now it's actually Poison Ivy committing her Valkyrie to try and keep the point under their favor. They're trying to hold it. They do lose it though. And Bob also ult there as well. 99% right now. The overtime about to tick away, but they do manage to touch one last time. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. And Bepsi managing to get that one. 100-39. Phenomenal job by Bepsi there. Managing to keep themselves in this and bring us to that third control point to see who wins this round. Guys, we have seen so many maps today and so many close rounds. Both of these teams are really trying their best. They're really trying to make it so that in the record books, they go down as the winner. Now, again, technically speaking, in a tournament style, Bepsi would have won this already. However, Wasted Potential and Bepsi, prior to the match, have already agreed that they were going to go to all 5, and we're seeing the result here. This is Wasted Potential's opportunity to catch up, to tie this 2-2 with one draw between the two on Paris.
And
it's also... go ahead.
Sorry, we talk about those boob zones. This map is notorious. I mean, look at all these areas that you could get knocked into.
100%. This bridge area right there, lots of opportunity for characters like Lucio or Pharah to bump people off. But once again, we see that it was actually Bepsi going around the long route to get themselves onto that point. Now they're trying to bully their way back onto it, Wasted Potential, but they have to give up the space in the end. And it looks like Bepsi did manage to cap it. But big picks! 3-2. This is now going technically in Wasted Potential's favor, but will it be enough? It's hard to say. There comes the res. Poison Ivy taking Waffle back up, having that Ryan, and this should be enough for them to win this fight out. We're gonna have to wait and see. Of course, stranger things have happened, but it looks like, yes, they're going ahead. Mini Diva trying to jump off that cliff, trying to self-boot, but not able to, as Reinhardt goes ahead and says, no, I want a little extra ult charge, and has the Shatter ready for that next fight. Blademaster just waiting for his whole team to get together so he can speed them together. Again, wanting to stay grouped up the best they can. Want to stay grouped up the best they can. They know if anyone gets staggered, if anybody is not there for the initial engagement, it's going to be a massive disadvantage. And oh, a couple of big shots from the Pharah onto Blademaster. Almost takes him out, but doesn't in the end. He manages to get himself mostly healed back up. He's got the sound barrier now. Is he going to pop it for the engage? There comes the Shatter out. He's going to pop his... There it is. Absolutely. Alpha did manage to already take out Elysium, though, the Reinhardt, and... despite both support ults pop for Bepsi, the trades are going in Wasted Potential's favor. And yes, Poison Ivy once again rezzing Hellball. That pocket mercy for Hellball has just been absolutely wild. Poison Ivy, we don't talk about her enough. She is doing a great job here today. She has been right on Hellball. Key rezzes on Hellball when he needs it. Key res is on Waffle Pie, the main tank, when he needs it. It's been stellar gameplay by the Mercy.
You know, and one of the youngest members of Wasted Potential, she makes great decisions.
Yeah, and that's what's exciting to see about that is, of course, that you can just see the future career again for Overwatch in her future, which is it's just really neat to see a young player getting this early exposure to the competitive scene, and someone we'll be seeing for probably the next 10 plus years. And you can see once again another fight won out for Wasted Potential. This is Team Bepsi's last chance to get in. They've got to touch the point. They do manage to with only 2% left. There's the overtime. Evo Bomb goes off. Oh, big Shatter into that Zarya grab. That should be some picks. Blademaster goes down by Waffle Pie. Also a D-Mech from Waffle Pie, just swinging that hammer, doing as much damage as you can. Bob is out from Kitten, also cleaning things up. This is going to be it. This is going to be all. They can try and stall it out, but I don't even think they have anyone left to do so. It's over. 2-1. Wasted Potential wins Lijiang Tower. And let's go ahead. Watch our play of the game. Guys, every single map today. Play of the game. Going to Hellball. Once again, Hellball is doing incredible things, but we can't forget, he's not doing it alone. He's being supported. He's got a Mercy on him. The rest of his team is creating space. They're just, all in all, wow. Just great gameplay from both teams. There were a couple of people on Wasted Potential that just were popping off today. But then equally, Team Bepsi really putting their best foot forward, showing how good they are. And this grudge match, ironically, ends up 2-2. Wow, C-Funk.
I mean, well, bam.
Well, bam. Truer words never spoken. No, that was absolutely wild. Again, Team Bepsi would have in a tournament style been the successful team here, but in this particular scrim, it ends up being a draw. And I think both teams can really hold their head high in this particular one. Once again, they managed to provide incredible entertainment for all of us watching. I know this entire time, I'm going to be hoarse in the throat after this because I have been shouting and screaming and just, oh my gosh, it has been so good. It has been so good that, well, hey, I'm at a bit of a loss for words. Wasted Potential coming back at the end there. And again, they are not the type to leave it for anything other than dramatic effect, making it a 1-1 and then having us go once again, 5th map, 3 points, C-Funk. If I was paying for this, I would be thrilled.
I mean, you definitely get your money's worth. Every single map, we saw every map possible. So on the control points, we saw all 3 maps possible on the control points. We saw multiple attempts on Paris. So we got to see that multiple times. We saw Hanamura, I can't say it. Hanamura, Hanamura a couple of times. So, I mean, you definitely get your money's worth if you're paying. I mean,
And I
only
mean, hey,
macaroni.
and they say free is the best price. So, I mean, hey, this was great. And guys, I know that we are excited to tell you, haha, C-Funk, see what I did there, that tonight we're going to be wrapping up, but we are back tomorrow with another cast, and that's going to be taking place, I believe, at 8 p.m. Eastern.
It is.
It is. See, look at that. I knew I had something written down here somewhere. I mean, I was like, somewhere, time, I don't know, guys. Whatever. It's cue cards, right?
8 p.m. Eastern. Yes.
Yes. Now, we were hopefully going to be doing an interview tonight. However, there are some technical difficulties. We are still working things out here in the back scene, guys. These community matchups, we've gone a long way with them. I think every week we can all proudly say we're taking huge leaps forward, huge steps forward in the actual production value. And I hope that you and I, C-Funk, are starting to wear these guys down. Maybe they'll like us one day.
Maybe, you never know.
But sadly, the interview we had planned is not going to be able to take place tonight. Don't worry, we're going to be looking into that. We're going to see what we can do to change that up in the near future, guys. But in the meantime, I'm going to say thank you so much for being here. One last time, if you want to get involved, whether you're a player looking to join a team, whether you are already on a team, whether you're a manager, whether you're a coach, we would love to get you involved in this. Guys, simply join the Wasted Potential Discord. Get in touch with a gentleman named Wirt. He'll be the main source of contact for you, and he can get you and your team showcased here, like these great teams today were, C-Funk.
Exactly. Just hop in the Discord. Mingle.
It's easy, and best of all, hey, we already said it, free is the best price. It's free to join the Discord, guys. So we would love to have that. Let me just take an opportunity to say a big thank you out as well to Black Toad for the kind support in the channel. That it does go a long way in helping us to continue these broadcasts and to continue to work on the quality. So thank you again to everyone here. Once again, thank you. We appreciate it. We hope we see you again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time. In the meantime, though, be good to yourself, be good to each other. Keep your stick on the ice. I'm signing off. Have a great night.